Your dog will never say, "I love you." But love this real doesn't speak. It's felt in the soul. When they bring you their favorite toy, or curl against your heartbeat, that's not comfort. That's devotion. And if your dog has ever done even one of these things, you haven't just earned love, you've been chosen. So let's dive in. Number 1. They nest in your dirty clothes. You've probably seen this. You toss your hoodie on the floor, and 10 minutes later, your dog is curled up inside it like it's a 5-star hotel. Most people think it's weird, maybe even a little gross. But here's what's really happening. Dogs experience the world through scent, and your smell, not your cologne, not your shampoo, but you, triggers something primal in their brain. It's the scent of safety, of home, of the person who feeds them, protects them, loves them. A study at Duke University found that when dogs smell their owner's scent, the part of their brain tied to emotional attachment lights up like fireworks. It's the same reaction human babies have when they smell their mother. So when your dog buries their nose in your old t-shirt or drags your sock to their bed, they're not being quirky. They're self-soothing. They're wrapping themselves in you when you're not around. Because to them, your scent isn't just familiar. It's everything. Because what dogs do next? It'll hit you right in the heart. Number 2, they sleep with their back to you. Wait, their back? That sounds like they're ignoring you, right? Wrong. Here's what most people don't know. In the wild, turning your back on another animal is the ultimate vulnerability. It means, I trust you so completely, I'll give you access to the part of me I can't defend. When your dog curls up next to you, spine exposed, back turned, they're doing something wolves only do with their pack leaders. They're saying, you watch my blind spot. I trust you with my life. Animal behaviorists call this postural trust. And get this, dogs won't do it with just anyone. Not the neighbor, not even every family member, only the person they feel safest with. So if your dog ever stretches out on the couch, back facing you, eyes closed, that's not comfort. That's loyalty. That's them telling you, with you here, I can finally let my guard down. But that's not the most emotional one. But there's one more behavior, and this one, most owners never even notice it's happening. Midnight guard duty. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and found your dog lying across your bedroom doorway? Or stretched out between your bed and the hallway? That's not random. Your dog is positioning themselves as a barrier between you and the door, between you and anything that might come through it. Behaviorists call this Sentinel behavior. It's rooted in pack survival. In the wild, the most trusted dogs guard the pack while they sleep. And your dog? They've assigned themselves that role. They've decided you're worth protecting. Some dogs even patrol at night, walking room to room, checking windows, sniffing doors, then returning to their post by your bed. They're not anxious. They're not restless. They're standing watch over you. The one thing in this world they can't afford to lose. And here's the kicker. Most dogs don't do this for everyone in the house. Just one person, their person. The one they've bonded with on the deepest level. So if you've ever caught your dog lying in that doorway, half awake, ears perked, understand what that means. They're not just resting. They're guarding their favorite human in the entire world. But the next one might be the most heartbreaking of all. They bring you their most prized possession. You're sitting on the couch, minding your own business, and suddenly, your dog drops their favorite toy in your lap. Not to play, just drops it, and walks away. Most people think, oh, they want me to throw it. But that's not what's happening. Here's the truth. When a dog brings you their most valued object, the squeaky ball they guard from other dogs, the stuffed animal they sleep with every night, they're doing something profound. They're giving you a gift, their treasure, the one thing in this world they care about protecting. and they're trusting you with it. Animal psychologists call this resource sharing. And here's what makes it incredible. Dogs are naturally possessive creatures. They don't share their high-value items with just anyone. But with you, they do. Because in their mind, you're not just their human. You're part of their inner circle, the VIP list, the person worthy of their most precious thing. One researcher at Emory University found that dogs who bring toys to their owners without expecting play are displaying what's called unprompted generosity, a behavior only seen in deeply bonded relationships. So the next time your dog drops that nasty, slobbery tennis ball in your lap and just stares at you, don't toss it aside. Hold it, even for just a moment. Because what they're really saying is, this matters to me, and you matter more. But wait until you hear what they do with their eyes. The slow blink stare. You've felt it before. You're cooking dinner or watching TV, and you glance over, and there's your dog, just staring at you. Eyes soft, no tail wag, no movement, just a calm, steady gaze. And then, slowly, they blink. Most people look away, or say, "What? What do you want?" But your dog doesn't want anything. They're telling you something. Studies out of Japan revealed that when dogs make prolonged eye contact with their owners, their brains release oxytocin, the same love hormone that floods a mother's brain when she looks at her baby. And that slow blink, that's not tiredness. It's trust. It's contentment. It's their version of saying, "I love you," without making a sound. In the animal kingdom, direct eye contact is often a threat, a challenge. But between you and your dog, it's connection. Researchers found that dogs only hold this kind of eye contact with humans they feel emotionally attached to. They don't do it with strangers. They don't even do it with other dogs. Just you. So the next time your dog locks eyes with you and blinks slowly, blink back, hold that gaze. Because in that moment, you're speaking the same language. And what they're saying is simple. You're my safe place. But there's one behavior that's even more hidden. And it happens when you're not even home. They wait at the window or door. You leave for work. You run to the store. You step outside for 5 minutes. And your dog, they go straight to the window. Or the door. And they wait. Some people think it's separation anxiety. And sometimes it is. But for most dogs, it's something else entirely. It's devotion. Behaviorists have studied this for years, and here's what they found. Dogs have an internal clock. They learn your patterns. When you leave, when you come back, and during that time you're gone, they position themselves at the last place they saw you. Because in their mind, that's where you'll reappear. One study tracked dogs using cameras while their owners were away. The dogs who were most bonded didn't pace. They didn't destroy things. They just waited. Eyes on the door, ears perked, patient. They weren't worried you'd never come back. They were certain you would. And they wanted to be the first to see you when you did. Some dogs wait for hours, barely moving, just watching, hoping. So if you've ever come home and seen your dog's face in the window, or heard them bolt to the door the second your car pulls up, that's not just excitement. That's loyalty. The kind that waits. The kind that believes in you, even when you're gone. And honestly, that's the purest form of love there is. But here's one most people completely miss. They rest their head on you. No begging, no whining. Just a head. On your lap. On your leg. On your foot. It seems simple, right? Maybe even annoying if you're busy. But this one will break your heart when you understand it. When a dog rests their head on you, they're not asking for anything. They're not trying to get your attention or beg for food. They're grounding themselves. In you. Canine behaviorists that explain it like this. Physical touch releases feel-good chemicals in a dog's brain. But it only works if the touch is with someone they trust. When your dog lays their head on your leg and just stays there, they're self-soothing. They're calming themselves down by being close to you. You are their weighted blanket, their comfort item, their emotional anchor. One trainer described it perfectly. A dog's head is heavy. If they rest it on you, it's because holding it up feels harder than being vulnerable. And vulnerability, that's trust. So if your dog ever plants their big, heavy head on your knee while you're working, or rests their chin on your arm while you're reading, don't brush them off. Stay still. Let them stay. Because in that moment, you're not just their owner, you're their peace. But there's one more. And this one happens in the most unexpected place. They follow you to the bathroom. Yeah, the bathroom. It's awkward. It's weird. And honestly, it's a little annoying. But here's why they do it. In the wild, a dog's pack never separates. Not even for a moment. Because separation means danger. It means vulnerability. And when you close that bathroom door to your dog, you've just left the pack. So they follow, not because they're needy, but because in their mind, you shouldn't be alone, ever. Veterinary behaviorists call this pack cohesion instinct. Your dog doesn't understand that you're safe behind a locked door. All they know is, my human went somewhere without me, and I need to make sure they're okay. Some dogs will even sit outside the door and wait. Paws pressed against the crack, nose sniffing underneath. It's not separation anxiety. It's protection. It's loyalty. Because to your dog, even the bathroom is a place where something could go wrong. And if it does, they want to be there. So yeah, it's weird, but it's also one of the most loyal things a dog can do. They're not just following you, they're refusing to let you face the world alone, even for 2 minutes. But the next one might be the most heartbreaking of all. They check on you when you're upset. You've had a bad day. Maybe you're crying. Maybe you're just sitting there, staring at nothing. And then, out of nowhere, your dog appears. They don't bark. They don't jump. They just come close. Maybe rest their head on you. Maybe just sit nearby, watching. This isn't coincidence. Research from the University of London found that dogs can detect changes in human emotion through body language, tone of voice, and even scent. When you're sad or stressed, your body releases different chemicals. And your dog, they can smell it. But here's the part that matters. They don't just notice, they respond. One study showed that dogs approached crying strangers more often than neutral or humming strangers. They didn't know these people, but the distress alone was enough to pull them in. Now imagine what that means for you, their person. When your dog checks on you during your worst moments, they're not confused. They're not looking for food or attention. They're offering comfort. The only way they know how. Because in a dog's world, the pack takes care of each other. And if you're hurting, they can't fix it, but they can be there. And sometimes that's everything. So if your dog has ever nuzzled your hand when you were crying, or laid their head in your lap during a tough moment, know this. They didn't learn that. They felt it. And they chose you. In your hardest moment, they chose to stay. Number 10. They lick your wounds or scars. This one's strange, but it's deeply instinctive. If you have a cut, a bruise, a scar, your dog might lick it. Gently, repeatedly. Some people think it's gross or random, but it's neither. Licking is how dogs heal themselves. Their saliva has enzymes that promote healing and fight bacteria. So when they lick their own wounds, it's survival. But when they lick yours, that's empathy. Behaviorists say that dogs who lick their owner's injuries are displaying what's called caretaking behavior. They're treating you the way they'd treat a member of their pack. They can't bandage you. They can't call a doctor. But they can do what they know works. Clean it. Tend to it. Try to make it better. One woman shared a story online about how her dog would lick the same spot on her arm every day for weeks. She thought it was weird until she got it checked. Turned out there was a melanoma forming under the skin. Early stage, treatable. Her dog knew, before she did. Now, not every lick is a medical miracle, but every lick is intentional. Because when your dog licks your wound, they're not being gross. They're saying, "You take care of me. Let me take care of you." But here's one most people completely miss. They show you their belly, unprompted. You're just sitting there, not doing anything special. And suddenly, your dog flops over, belly up, legs in the air, just exposed. Most people think it's an invitation for belly rubs, and sometimes it is. But here's what most people miss. When a dog shows you their belly without you asking, without play, without any reason, they're doing something profound. They're showing you the most vulnerable part of their body. The part with no protection. No fur thick enough to shield them. No bones strong enough to defend. In the wild, exposing your belly is surrender. It's submission. It's saying, "I trust you won't hurt me." But with you? It's not fear-based submission. It's love-based trust. Animal behaviorists from the University of Lethbridge studied this behavior and found something incredible. Dogs only show their bellies spontaneously to humans they have a secure attachment with. Not strangers, not even familiar people, just their person. Some dogs do it when you come home. Others do it randomly in the middle of the day. And what they're really saying is, "I have nothing to hide from you. I am completely, utterly safe with you." It's the ultimate compliment, because your dog is choosing to be vulnerable, not because they have to, but because they want to. With you, they don't need armor. They don't need defense. They just need to be themselves. Belly up, guard down, heart open. So the next time your dog rolls over and shows you that fluffy belly, don't just rub it and move on. Understand what they're really offering you. Complete, unfiltered, trust. But there's another behavior that happens in the shadows. And most owners never even notice it. They mirror your emotions. You're stressed. And suddenly, your dog is pacing. You're relaxed. And your dog is calm, stretched out, breathing slow. You laugh. And their tail starts wagging, even though nothing else changed. This isn't coincidence. It's empathy. Scientists at the University of Naples studied emotional contagion in dogs and discovered something that changes everything. Dogs can actually catch human emotions. Not through training, through connection. When you're anxious, your dog's cortisol levels rise. When you're happy, their brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. They're literally feeling what you feel. But here's the incredible part. This only happens with dogs who are deeply bonded to their owner. Random dogs don't mirror strangers' emotions. Even dogs with casual owners don't show this response as strongly. Only your dog, the one who's chosen you. One researcher put it this way. Dogs don't just observe their owner's emotions. They absorb them. Think about that. When you come home frustrated from work and your dog seems off, it's not random. They picked up on your energy. Your tension became theirs. When you're laughing with friends and your dog suddenly gets playful, they're not reacting to the noise. They're reacting to your joy. They're syncing with you, emotionally, physically, energetically. Some dogs take it even further. They'll whine when you cry. They'll stay quiet when you need silence. They'll press closer when you're scared. It's not training. It's not behavior modification. It's connection. The kind that doesn't need words. So if your dog ever seems to match your mood, good or bad, don't brush it off as weird. That's them telling you, what you feel, I feel. Because we're not just dog and owner. We're a team. Now you know. Your dog doesn't need words. They speak in loyalty, in stillness, in the way they position their body when they think you're not watching. A back turned in trust, a face buried in your clothes. A quiet watch at your door. These aren't habits. They're love letters. And if your dog does even one of these, you've been chosen. Because dogs don't give their heart to just anyone. They give it to the person who makes them feel like they finally belong. So here's my question for you. What's the sweetest or strangest thing your dog does when they think no one's watching? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And your story might just be the next one we talk about. If you want to understand your dog even deeper, hit that subscribe button. Because trust me, there's so much more they're trying to tell you.